The second episode immediately focuses on the police investigation into Chrissy's impossible death. The officers are completely perplexed, unable to find any conventional signs of struggle or physical trauma on the body. For them, it is an unsolvable mystery. At Hawkins High, Nancy Wheeler, working for the Weekly Streak newspaper alongside her junior reporter Fred Benson, recognizes the profound strangeness of the case, and they quickly head to the crime scene to begin their investigation. Simultaneously, Max Mayfield seeks out Dustin Henderson, voicing her strong suspicion that Eddie Munson is the killer, describing the unnatural terror she saw in him. However, Dustin immediately insists that Eddie is incapable of such a horrific act. The Russian rescue mission continues. Joyce immediately contacts their longtime friend Murray Bauman. They begin to strategize, both deeply suspicious, that the cryptic ransom demand could be a calculated conspiracy or a trap. Meanwhile, in the bleak Russian prison, Hopper endures brutal torment. He uses his sharp instincts to identify a corruptible jailer, offering a substantial bribe, and the jailer ultimately agrees to help Hopper in his desperate, high-risk escape attempt. In California, the storyline continues with Mike's arrival to visit Eleven and his friends. Desperate to prove her happiness to Mike, Eleven fabricates a perfect life, pretending she has many friends, as the three of them go roller skating. Will notices the lie and is concerned, understanding that Eleven is only hiding the difficult truth. However, the illusion is shattered when the bully, Angela, relentlessly taunts and humiliates Eleven. Driven by a furious combination of anger and frustration over her powerlessness, Eleven snaps, retaliating by striking Angela forcefully on the head with a roller skate. The impact is severe, causing blood to stream from Angela's head and nose, leaving Mike and Will in stunned disbelief at her violent outburst. Back in Hawkins, Chrissy's furious boyfriend, Jason Carver, and his friends immediately begin a vigilante hunt for Eddie Munson, whom they believe is the killer. Lucas Sinclair, eager to maintain his cool new image, reluctantly joins the search party. Max and Dustin realize they must find Eddie before Jason's mob does. They seek help from Steve Harrington, who agrees to the search. Using clues from Eddie's uncle, they manage to find Eddie hiding out in a boathouse just moments before the angry mob arrives. In California, Mike and Will are left reeling from Eleven's violence. They engage in a heartbreaking argument where Will tearfully accuses Mike of neglecting their friendship, saying Mike never called or wrote to him, only to Eleven. Mike insists they are friends, but Will challenges him to confirm if they are still best friends, leaving Mike speechless. Finally, Nancy and Fred arrive at the murder scene trailer park to interview Eddie's uncle, who recounts the local legend of Victor Creel, a brutal killer from the 1950s. Suddenly, Nancy notices Fred is no longer beside her. Fred has been isolated and lured by Vecna. As Nancy searches frantically, Fred is found tragically caught and killed in Vecna's psychic trap, ending the episode on a terrifying, fatal note.